up, guys? My name is Justin Marc, and what I like to do is I like to travel the world while hanging out with cute girls. But one thing I also don't like is spending all my time fucking working when I could be hanging out with cute girls. I could be on the back of a motorcycle fucking just enjoying the scenic views of Australia. I could be living on the beach in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, enjoying the beach every day, right? Except when there was a hurricane the other day. There was actually like literally a hurricane the other day, so I flew my ass out, right? And I really like to enjoy really cool people and really cool vibes. And I like to spend my life living for me, not working for someone else, not being a slave to someone else, but focus on my mission to deeply impact the lives of 1 million. Well, first it was 1 million young men. Then I decided 1 million people. I think I could change the lives of 1 million people. So I'm on a mission to do that. And in doing so, I wanted to share some of my secrets. I was kind of just feeling like sharing how I built a career off of social media. Now, look, in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can actually become wealthy beyond anything you could imagine with social media. Okay, using social media, Instagram, YouTube, etc., whatever, right? But I don't want you to look at me and think like, look, I'm not a millionaire, not yet, but I do run a almost 7-figure business using social media, okay? And what's really cool about this is I was literally on the back of a motorcycle while my buddy Alfredo was driving across the continent of Australia, and I'm texting and making money off my phone, right? Or I was sleeping on the beach and my stock investments were just making me money. Or I was in Brazil, literally depressed as shit because I had a media scandal that got my social medias deleted, and I still had money coming in. And I'm just thinking, what a world are we living in? Could you imagine a world like this 20 years ago or 30 years ago? I mean, I wasn't even born 30 years ago. I just turned 25, and I'm just thinking, like, my parents literally had to work like slaves to build a life where they could support their family, their children, have a house, and just have a normal life. And in literally just like 2 to 3 years, I was able to live probably more than like they had in their entire lives. Traveled to 50 countries in just a few years. Had like literally thousands and thousands of insane dating experiences, from dating like literal like supermodels to famous actresses to just like I'm a 5'4" Indian, okay? Results like this should not be possible. So enough bragging here, okay? I know, I'm sorry, I'm horrible. In this video, I'm here to teach you how you can actually recreate the same results using social media, okay? So let's jump straight in. So I had no money. I was broke as shit. All I did have was this motivation to go out and meet people. This is years ago. I started in 2013. And in 2014, what I started doing is I started vlogging. Not for YouTube, not for anyone else, just for myself. The reason was because I wanted to learn the skill of public speaking. So what I would do is I would film myself like on my phone talking, and I wouldn't do anything with those videos, okay? But then what happened was I met this guy named Nicholas. Nick is one of my best friends to this day. Met him in 2014. We've been friends for almost 7 years, and he's a really, really good friend of mine, okay? And it's crazy because Nick was making a video blog while we were hanging out, and he put it on YouTube, and it ended up getting 100,000 views. That video is on my channel. It's called Teenagers Pick Up MILFs. Eventually, Nick and I kept making videos. Nick eventually quit, and I decided to turn the YouTube channel into a business and into a kind of a lifestyle where I'm traveling around the world, hanging out with my cool YouTube friends, my influencer friends, and just filming interesting content, whatever I think is cool and whatever I want to share with you guys. So what happened was 99% of the people who watch my content, or like 99.99% of people who watch my content, would never buy anything. But that small fraction of a percentage who did watch my content, a lot of them would message me. And then a lot of them would get fine-tuned down into customers, into clients, into people I end up working with. And since what I do and what I teach is so niche, I was able to charge a lot of fucking money, because this was what we call true fans. There's this saying that you just need to have 1,000 true fans, 1,000 people who will buy anything you put out. And that way you can actually make money. So if you had 1,000 people right now, imagine this, you have like a lot of you probably do have like 1,000 followers on Instagram or like 1,000 friends on Facebook, or like, I don't know, maybe you'll post like, maybe you have like 1,000 followers on Snapchat or like some random social media platform, right? Funny enough, before I was like on YouTube, I used to use Reddit. I became the top 80th commenter in the world with Comment Karma on Reddit, okay? It was really fucking weird how that worked. And I had like 400,000 plus Comment Karma, and I was like 18 years old, and I was just thinking, wow, this is really interesting. Imagine if I could like, you know, somehow use this to make money. And so I used those same skills to build a social media career. So it started with Reddit. It started with Reddit and then learning how to talk to women, and then filming that, putting it on YouTube, building a business off of it, and then learning business skills. And then next thing you know, I'm traveling the world, meeting girls, partying, having a great time, while not really having to work too much, and making a lot of fucking money doing that. Making more money than my parents, making more money than a lot of my friends who worked their fucking ass off. And it was crazy because I didn't necessarily have 1,000 people who buy my stuff, but I had tens of thousands of people who watch my shit, and every now and then, whenever I need money, I just post something on social media, and someone will end up being a customer, and I would still deliver a fuck ton of value to them. So I'm gonna explain the process in this video of how you can actually do this from the front end to the back end, completely from scratch, okay, to you making a 6-figure income. I'm gonna do this for free in this video. All I ask from you is that you subscribe to this channel. And I ask that you smash the like button if you like this video. I would say before we even start, smash the like button because you're gonna like this. It's gonna be a long video. You're gonna enjoy this, okay? And also, before we jump in, make sure to add my social medias linked in the description. We got Snapchat, my Instagram, and my Telegram inner circle. Okay, they're also at the bottom of this screen. Make sure to add me on those so we can keep in touch, and let's jump straight in, okay? So here's what you gotta do. You need to first figure out something you're good at, okay? Something you're good at. It could be anything. In fact, you don't need to be good at it. You just need to be better than like most people. So let's say maybe it's like knitting sweaters. You could have a blog about knitting sweaters. Then you can like start posting on Instagram. You can start posting it on like Tumblr, Pinterest, or you know, wherever you can build an audience. Then what you can do is once you have that audience and you're offering tons of value, maybe you're posting interesting memes, funny, entertaining content, whatever it is, you can start selling things and having customers, especially if what you have is really offering value, okay? So there's this interesting guy on Reddit. He also has a YouTube channel, and he makes these interesting, I don't know what you call it, just like random things that people won't need. His whole concept is making, you know, items that are unnecessary. So for example, he made a product where you can like put an ice cream cone in it, and like the ice cream melts, and then you can like drink the ice cream cone from the bottom. So it's like random stuff no one would ever think to have, and he makes these very like exotic random products. And then he uses Reddit to advertise them. And he's kind of now like Reddit famous. Then he'll, you know, use YouTube to advertise his little online store as well. And then he does these like custom made projects. And it's pretty obvious a guy like this can now use his like little mini internet fame or his like niche audience on Reddit and YouTube to live and enjoy his passion in making these random little weird homemade do-it-yourself products to sell to random people on the internet, right? In the same way, what I did is I started making dating products and services, and mostly live coaching programs because that's what I was passionate about. And I would sell courses or trainings about this, okay? Because not only was I insanely passionate about this and insanely passionate about helping people, but I was really, really fucking good at it. I was good at doing it myself. I was really good at getting my clients results. And because of that, I found a lot of my clients would come back for more programs, or they would buy other programs. So for example, one client might sign up for my online mentor program, then they'll sign up for my boot camp, then they'll sign up for immersion, then they'll buy my online seduction course, and they also would get my natural transformations course. So my lifetime value from one client might end up being like a few $1,000s, $5,000, $6,000, right? So I didn't necessarily need 1,000 people to buy whatever I sell. I just needed a few hundred people over the course of a few years to buy whatever I sell, And I'm able to live a very awesome lifestyle while helping a ton of people become happy at whatever it is value they want to get from me. So the first thing you need to do is have value to offer, whatever skill you might have, okay? It might be something like entertaining. It might be something like making YouTube content. It might be something like a little bit more boring, like sales, where you're calling up companies and asking them, hey, can I do sales for you? I'll work for you for free, right? It might be like, you selling shit on the street, but then you're so good at doing sales, you get promoted to like head office, you're managing a sales team. Next thing you know, you're making 6 figures running a fucking sales team, right? I actually know a guy who started doing credit card sales on the street, and within a week he got promoted. Within 2 weeks he got promoted again. 3 weeks he got promoted again because he was just so good, breaking records, then breaking his own records. And now he's 24 years old, managing an office of sales team trainers who manage sales teams. So he's like pretty much working in head office, right? And even the head office is crazy. They like it's kind of like the Wolf of Wall Street. They're partying, doing drugs, going crazy. And he's making a shit ton of money at 24 and just like having a great fucking time, right? So when you have a skill, you can now make money off that skill. So then you got to figure out, where's the audience? Is the audience coming from a company? Like, for example, maybe you're gonna do copywriting, which is like for doing copywriting is pretty much writing like sales letters. So whether you're writing a sales letter in an email, so maybe you're doing email marketing, right? Or you're writing copy for a like sales landing page. Like, for example, if you go to my online seduction course linked in the description, you'll actually see I made an awesome Tinder course. Well, I did kind of make a lot of the sales copy for online seduction, but it was mostly my assistant Dom who actually did a lot of that. So he built the templates, he got the photos, and he made it most of the writing and what you would see for the sales copy. And then a lot of the people who go to our online seduction page, they'll say, you know what, this course could help me, and this writing has convinced me to buy the course. They'll buy the course, and then I'll make some money, right? And then I can actually spend that rest of the week, doing whatever the fuck I want, because now I have more money coming in, right? Or I can use it to pay my staff, my editors, and put out more content for free for you guys. Hope that makes sense, okay? So you have the skills. Now it's coming down to having an audience. So how do you get an audience? Well, let's say you have a skill, like a high income skill. Maybe you got sales skills. Maybe you got copywriting skills. Maybe you know how Facebook ads or YouTube ads work. Maybe you're a great video editor. So then what you can do is you can hit up someone like me or another YouTuber you like and say, hey, let me edit your YouTube videos. I'll do like the first 5 videos for free. And if you like it, start paying me, right? Or maybe you'll say, hey, you know what? I will work for you on commission. Only pay me if I make you money. So I had another email guy named Andre who said, I'm going to work for you guys for free. And then later on, we're like, okay, cool. I'll pay you like 5 to 10% of whatever money you make. And since we're making like thousands and thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars, he's making a fucking shit ton of money, right? And in the same way, let's say you're great at sales. You could contact a company or a sales company and say, hey, I'll do sales for you, pay me on commission. And when you're making them tens of thousands of dollars and you get like a 20% cut, imagine this. Imagine you make a company $5,000 per day and you get a 20% cut. You're not making $1,000 per day. Now, let's say, $1,000 is the average. You work 20 days per month. You're now making 20 grand per month, right? So it's really crazy how you can actually go from broke to really wealthy really fucking quickly. I've seen this in a lot of my friends. They went from broke as shit to making a ton of money in a very short amount of time. And it's actually really easy as long as you have high income skills and you have an audience. So the audience could be either your audience that you build yourself through social media, or it could be someone else's audience, someone else's list, someone else's customer base, okay? And then you just want to make sure you over-deliver value, or the product you're selling over-delivers value to the customers and they're happy. Because what you don't want to get is a bunch of people disputing the payment. You don't want to get a bunch of people angry that you didn't deliver a good service. And you want people to tell their friends about your programs. Like, for example, a lot of my programs, my biggest lead generator for sales, believe it or not, isn't YouTube, it isn't marketing, it isn't email. It's actually like word of mouth. Like, someone likes the program, they'll tell their friend, or they'll tell like 5 friends, and all those people end up signing up with me as well. So that's usually one of the best ways I get customers, is like someone tells their friend. So whatever you're really good at, you need to be really fucking good at it. And then you need to build an audience. Now, how can you actually use social media to do this? Well, look, I had a media scandal recently, which was all just like made up. It was like, oh my God, Justin Marc. He's a huge, like, it was so weird. I was in Mexico, right? My buddy Brad got like social media attention because he was messaging too many girls on Tinder. And then they like saw our online seduction course. Next thing you know, it's like this big social media scandal where like they're just like making things up. And they're like, someone was calling me and my girlfriend a human trafficker. I don't know how okay, that's weird. Okay, I didn't do it. But then my Instagram account got deleted. Like so many people reporting me on Instagram that I got banned for like no reason, even though I didn't do anything. Really fucking weird, right? It sucks. But that's why you're probably gonna go follow my Instagram, right? Link in the description. That'd be great, right? And it's crazy because I was pretty depressed for about a month and a half because in about a year, I got about 10,000 Instagram followers. I was able to use my Instagram following to make a shit ton of money without really even doing much, right? Well, okay, it's not that I wasn't doing much. It's just that anytime I wanted money, I would just sit down, run like these little marketing posts on my Instagram saying, hey, if anyone wants to improve their dating life, shoot me a message. Then I would get the prospects, as we call potential client leads, prospects on the phone. Personally, I would chat with them, and then I would sell them on these live training programs for a few $1,000s, right? And then I would get them to fly to my city, coach like a few students at a time, and I would make like, I don't know, like 10 grand, sometimes 20 grand per weekend. And it was awesome. Now the best part is these clients would walk away in tears, so happy that my trainings had changed their life because I did it for such a long fucking time. I was so good at it that these guys would come out different people and they'd go home not only crushing their dating life, but making more money. And I found a lot of these guys would double or triple, actually most of them would double or triple the amount of money they're making because now they're happy, they've got their dating life handled, their social skills are increasing. And if you think about what the highest income skill is, it's social skills. So now they're improving their social skills so they can use their social skills to communicate effectively in their careers or businesses, okay? And I found that really interesting. So that's actually how I got my business to 6 figures, which was insane. I had another business where I was teaching nightlife, I wasn't teaching, I was running parties. I was throwing parties, nightlife, club promoter stuff, having really hot girls show up, and pretty much I was getting paid for hot girls to show up. I was getting paid $10 per person. So let's say every night I had 100 people show up. That was my average, right? I have like 100 hot girls show up to the club because I'm always out, always meeting people, I'm always using social media. 100 girls show up to my parties, right? I'm making $1,000 per night, right? If I throw 2 parties per week, that's $2,000 per week, which ends up being, 52 weeks in a year, $50K per year. So if I did 2 to 3 parties per week, I'm making 6 figures off of that, right? I hope that makes sense. So it's actually really not that difficult to make a lot of money off of social media. You don't necessarily even need to have a large audience, right? I had about 10,000 followers, and actually when I was making the most money, I probably had 3,000 Instagram followers. From 3,000 Instagram followers, I was making a 6-figure income, right? It's funny because even a lot of these new social media platforms that pop up here and there every few years, like for example, TikTok. Now, I didn't really make a whole lot of money off TikTok, but I did get 10 million views in 3 days and 50,000 followers on TikTok in just a few days, right? And it blows my mind how with social media, if you leverage it properly and use it properly, you can build an audience really, really fucking quickly, especially if the content you post is engaging, entertaining, fun, and not boring. As long as you're posting stuff that makes people engage and makes people want to be part of what it is you're offering. So I highly recommend you follow my social medias once again. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure to follow my Instagram, my Snapchat, and my Telegram Inner Circle, or you can actually message me on Telegram as well. And again, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on notifications. Notice over the next few months of watching my content, how I do this in my videos. How I have certain things called calls to actions where, I tell you, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And indirectly, how that makes me money, because let's say 1,000 people subscribe to my YouTube channel per month or every couple months, right? Now, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 of those people will end up buying one of my courses or my products. Maybe a few of those people will end up doing live trainings with me. Maybe a few of those people will end up following me on Instagram, and 2 years later will end up buying my stuff, right? Maybe this month, or maybe 5 years from now. You never know how it works, right? Some of these people will follow you for years and years before they purchase something. So you got to realize with business, it's a long game, right? It is a long game. But really, all you need is 1,000 real fans to buy a product at $1,000 for you to make $1 million, right? All you need is like a dozen people every few months who buy your high ticket products, and now you can make a shit ton of money while working off your laptop and traveling around the world and saving a fucking ton of time where you're not working a slave, some shit office job that you fucking hate, okay? And a lot of people look at me like, this guy is a trust fund kid. I grew up poor, man. I grew up broke as shit. I used to get bullied because I went to this school full of like rich white kids in this like really like affluent neighborhood. My parents bought like a rundown house. Luckily, they got a really good deal on it. They were able to renovate it, and you know, they kind of just got by, and they really worked on their careers. So because of that, my parents weren't really around growing up. I was like raised by a babysitter or my older sister, right? And you know, good old Auntie Anne, she used to, you know, feed me and take care of me while my parents were at work, right? I remember being a little kid saying like, "Mommy, when does Dad come home? Mommy, when does Dad come home? I miss Dad." And she'd be like, "Don't worry, son. He's just at work. He'll be home soon." And then I'd fall asleep, and then my dad would come home and like kiss me on the head and like, you know, take me to my room because I fell asleep next to my mom, right? And you know, that's the kind of life I lived growing up because my parents would have to work so fucking hard because they were immigrants to Canada, right? And I didn't have a lot of money growing up, right? My parents couldn't afford to send me on school trips. When all like the kids are like out on these school trips bonding and being friends, I was like, you know, stuck in school. Like it was just fucked up, dude. It was fucked up. I remember having like wear these like ripped shoes, and kids would bully me being like, you're poor, right? And when people look at me now, they're like, yo, this guy's a trust fund kid. This guy has rich parents. This guy had everything given to him. And I used to steal food to get by. I used to literally have to like shoplift food from like grocery stores or like the dollar store in order to fucking, you know, support myself and feed myself. It was fucked up. It honestly was. You know, the reason I'm 5'4", the reason I'm so short is because I stunted my growth through malnutrition, right? It's pretty crazy. And so I decided to stop being a victim and take responsibility for my life. And I decided to say, look, these bad things are going to happen to you no matter fucking what, because that's life, man. In Buddhism, they teach you to live is to suffer. Suffering is inevitable. But what you can do is you can actually choose what to do with that suffering. You can use that suffering in a bad way where you're just like, poor me, I'm the victim, I'm so sad, right? Or you can actually use it as motivation to make your life better, right? And make yourself stronger so you can help others. You can make yourself stronger so you can help other people around you. You can make yourself stronger so you can support your friends, your family, maybe your partner, the girls you date, right? Or so you can learn more knowledge and teach people things, right? So I highly recommend you, as a young person, get your career handled, get your business handled, get your finances handled, get out of debt, fix your fucking credit score, man. I have an 824 credit score, okay? I have no debt, okay? I'm pretty financially well off. I'm in a really good position financially, right? Socially, in my dating life, mentally, could be better. Could be better, right? But even mentally, I like overall, pretty fucking strong fucking dude, right? And it really blows my mind how a lot of people are just at the effect, not at the cause of their life. And if you just learn these few skills and apply them using social media, right? Figuring out what you're good at and offering value to the world, you can very, very quickly just like blow up your career, blow up your social media following, and just start crushing it, right? I have a lot of friends. My friend Jamie Zhu, a few years ago, literally like 3 years ago, he was delivering pizzas, right? Now he's got like over 10 million followers on all social media platforms, makes a fuck ton of money, right? He's able to travel the world, do whatever the fuck he wants, and just have awesome success, right? Another friend of mine, Adrian G, was working for minimum wage in a factory a few years ago, right? And he was like broke as shit, right? It's crazy how that works, okay? It's insane because another friend of mine, his name is Louis Mercado. He runs a show called To Catch a Cheater. A few years ago, well, okay, I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago, he was driving Uber. He was driving Uber, okay? he was living in LA, and LA is expensive, so he had like acting jobs. He was like a struggling actor, and he was driving Uber. Now he's like loaded as fuck, right? It blows my mind how many successful people I've seen who are like eating a shit and grinding their fucking ass off, but they just apply these exact concepts I'm talking about. They use social media to blow the fuck up, become social media influencers, build a business off of social media, sell things online, make money through social media platforms such as Facebook or YouTube, using like ad revenue or whatnot, or just like, you know, find clients to do business with. It's awesome. Now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. I've pretty much described how me and pretty much all my best friends or all my, you know, social media friends who are like crush it have been able to make a 6-figure income, you know, just using social media. It blows my fucking mind. And you know what's crazy? It's like my entire business kind of fell apart. I used Instagram as my primary funnel. It fell apart. What is crazy is like, I was kind of sad, but I didn't really let it affect me, because if you can do something once, you can do it again. And if you develop these high income skills or these skills to offer value to the world, you can do it again. You can fucking do it again. 3 years ago, my Snapchat was banned. Guess what? I'm back on fucking Snapchat. You know what I mean? And it wasn't necessarily banned, but it was like deleted. I can't remember why it was deleted, but it was like just removed from the platform. And I'm back on Snapchat. Add me on Snapchat. Link in the description, right? Or at the bottom of this video, right? My Instagram was banned or deleted, right? And, you know, follow my Instagram, right? Get in touch with me on Telegram. Message me on Telegram. Join my inner circle group. Link in the description. It's crazy, because if you can do something once, you can do it again. And if you learn these skills, they will last you the rest of your life. No matter how the world changes or how social media changes, these skills will last you the rest of your fucking life. So I highly recommend you learn how to start fucking crushing it. If you ever did want to do one-on-one mentoring with me, by the way, you can actually message me directly on social media. I'll personally get in touch with you. Either me or someone from my team will jump on a call with you, and maybe we'll work together. I do run coaching and training programs. They are not cheap. They usually cost a few grand, but it will help you massively. I just had a student recently who went from like making $8 per hour to making like $35 or $40 per hour from his day job, right? Which is like a $60K a year salary, but also running a business, and his business is starting to make as much money as his fucking day job, which is great. So it's really crazy. When you actually apply these skills, not only will you start making more money, but your life in general will start being happier, and you'll start being more motivated. So guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Justin Marc. I'm going to end the video here, and feel free to reach out to me. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you did like this video, I hope you did. I hope I offered enough value to you. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, smash the like button, because that's going to help me out with this video on the YouTube algorithm. And I will talk to you guys very fucking soon. Peace out.